As the war continues in Ukraine, Ukrainians are forced to flee their country for safety.
President Biden announced the United States is willing to take on 125,000 refugees, as News 8's Cody Adams reports. One Indiana city is prepared to accept those refugees.
It was just a few months ago that many Afghan refugees came here to Muncie to start their new lives. Muncie opened their arms for that community. Now they're planning to do the same if that needs to be done for Ukraine. Mark Hill is a business owner in Muncie. When the war started in Ukraine, he watched the events unfold on TV with the rest of the world. It was that moment he felt a pull to do something.
I thought, I want to make a difference. You know, you sometimes you can just get complacent sitting at your own home, not thinking about that kind of thing, just, well, that's not me, you know, but it is us. You know, this is something that's affecting the world.
He called the mayor's office and brought up the idea of how can Muncie help and be in position to take Ukrainian refugees if that's needed. Muncie Mayor Dan Ridenour was on board.
Because of the success that we've had with the Afghan refugee project, we felt like, hey, we kind of know what we're doing as a city, and we might be able to help.
They started that process Tuesday afternoon, meeting to discuss what the city needs to do to position itself to take on as many refugees as possible if needed.
The challenge is always finding the housing, and so we're looking at that as part of this meeting. We're now looking pretty closely at the housing situation and seeing what we can do. We don't want to say 500 and then find out that we can only supply 80. So we're looking at that. I hesitate to put out a number at this particular time, but I think the willingness is there on our part as a city.
Taking on refugees is also beneficial to the city.
With factories closing and population decreases, so we're looking for ways to increase our population as well. And so there's an openness and a willingness to welcome this type of situation. Absolutely.
Now, at this time, there is no specific plan for there to be any Ukrainian refugees brought to the United States. It's still very early in this process, but they're ready here in Muncie. Reporting in Muncie, Cody Adams, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.